am going to draw you a dinosaur eye today. I really like drawing eyes. I've done a video on a human eye and I thought, do you know what? Let's do a dinosaur eye. So, all you're going to need is paper, landscape, pencil. I'm going to use chalks, I think, at the end, but you can use anything. You can use anything. You can use anything. So I've got chalks here. Ta-da! They're my favourite. You could also do oil pastel, paint, ink, anything you like. Okay, let's go. Really super easy this will be. I say this, but now I think I might have to use oil pastels because I'm going to smudge them. Anyway, right, so let's think the eye bit. So you want, in the middle of your paper, do a shape that I suppose reminds me of a very chunky Easter egg. So think of it like just a big circle. Try and get it as though you're drawing a head. So my head, roughly the same size as that, I've just realised. So just draw that. Just draw that. Think about drawing my head. There we are. Now, in the head, we're going to just touch about here. And it's like, you know, you've got egg-free minute. You're going to chop off the top, but you're going to chop it off here. So just chop off, then you're going to carry on. So just keep your pencil there, go up, 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 like you're doing a rainbow, and down. That is going to be a bit of the top of the eye. It looks a little bit like a planet at the moment, doesn't it? So all we have to do is, I'd probably touch that just because it's easier for you. Then just touch there and go da-da-dee-da-da. Can you see how I'm making it chunkier? Like it's tiny and then it goes bigger, bigger, bigger. Whoa. Here we are. So that means we're going to rub out something. So all you're going to rub out is this. I'm hesitating to rub out because if I do it with this, I can't draw over the top yet, but it doesn't matter. So you should have something that looks like this at the moment. If not, pause the video or go back, like, subscribe and share. We want to do the really cool eye. Now, the pupil is going to be roughly this shape. So if you look at mine, it's a circle. It's a circle. So most adults, well, all humans have well, most of them I should imagine, have a circle for the pupil. So you've got black, well don't go near your eye, but you've got the black bit that's the pupil, the coloured bit that's the iris. So this is the iris, this is the pupil. So now we're going to do around it. So what you want to do is, where you've done that, we want to do some nice cool scales. So just think baked beans. Baked beans. Love baked beans. I had an awesome fry up. We went to, where did we go? We went to Bournemouth in England and we had a fry up on the pier. Oh, it was so good, so good. And it was kind of healthy because it had mushroom and tomato. So here, we're going to do a line. So just up here. So maybe like go up there, go up, fly your pencil up and go. You don't have to make the sound, sorry. Can't stop making sound. And then, you know, you've got this line here. Just carry it on, like there. Now what you want to do is you're going to make this bobbly. So just think, a dinosaur eye is probably getting a bit like mine right now. It's kind of, if you make it so it's got scales, it's not quite like mine, but you want to just go up like this. If you think about it, an eye, if an eye creases, like, can you see mine creases and my head creases? That's, I suppose, the dinosaur. Or the dragon, it's like a dragon's eye. It could be a dragon or a dinosaur, couldn't it? Now what we want to do is inside this eye, do a little kind of eyelid that does that. That will make it look really, really awesome because you have to sort of add more texture and everything. And then what we're going to do is, I would probably, do you know what, I'm just thinking, let's have a little looky. I would probably go to here. Do you know what I mean? Just carry on then just where you get that line. So you know you had that line, you're just carrying it on, not really stopping. Then we're going to go like a U shape, and then we've got another one. So there. Ah! I just managed to jog myself. This should be a bit deeper, but never mind, it's fine. And then in here, you can do this. Think about U shape. Has to go over the line, because the line is kind of like a guideline. The more you go over, the better it kind of looks gnarly. So it looks kind of wobbly and not old, but you know, really scary looking almost. And then here, you just do a line. You go down, down, down. This line goes round, but it's quite wobbly. Can you see it? It's quite wobbly, that line. Just trying to see what my eye is that I'm looking at. Then you could join this up if you like and just do a little line there. It's just the outline of the face, so you could decide how you want to do it. But here I think I am going to do triangles. Triangles, and then it kind of just goes like that. Now with these triangles, you kind of want to go, think about scales, think about wobbly bits. And what does it mean by wobbly bits is like a brick wall. We're going to kind of have shapes. It's all about the shapes really. So just think shapes, lots of kind of scaly things. There I would probably carry it on if you wanted to and just do more around it. Like just think baked beans. The more you do, the more the eye will look quite vicious, as in, whoa, scary, but in a good way. Now, there we're going to do, so just think, this dinosaur or dragon is huge. Like, this is my eye and that's its eye. So just, it can carry on and on the page if you like. But we're going to just do, just think of it like a brick wall. That's the best way to describe it, I think. So you've got all these different shapes. Okay. And I would almost stop there. I'm going to do just this, because if I don't stop there, so if I was to do that, it would look like it stops. But if I just carry on like this, it looks like it can go on forever. It gives the impression that this is going to go on for a while, much like the video. I would probably make that more lines as well. Okay, so what we want to do now is I'm going to use chalk. I don't think it matters what you use, if I'm honest, as long as you colour it in the way that I show you. So first of all, lightest colour. I am going to do, I really want to do a blue. So I'm going to take a blue, I'm going to take a dark blue, a light blue and a medium and a white. And I'm just going to kind of do the lighter blue here, because I want to make it look like it's getting lighter, because as I go in, or as I go out of the eye, it's going to get darker. So light blue, dark blue. I don't want to do black just yet, because once I've put black on, it's hard to smudge everything. So I'm going to smudge it now. What you want to do is where that pupil is, that's going to be black, you want that to be the lightest around the black. So just smudge a little bit now. Any colour eye you like. If you think green would look amazing or yellow would look amazing, you do yellow and red and smudge, or light green, dark green. You just, any colour you like that you think would look cool. Right, let's think. If our dinosaur or dragon is, I think I'm going to do brown, because I think that way it kind of, I'm going to colour most of it this colour, because that way it looks like, I suppose it brings the colour out of the eye if the actual scales are not too bright. So you could have a red, couldn't you, for the skin, but it just might detract from the eye. So if this is bright, the eye might not look so wow. So I would stick with maybe a basic colour for the scales for now. I mean, this is going to take a little bit of time for you because you have a lot of lines there, but that is fine. It's going to look so good because it's the black that makes it look amazing. So what I want to do is I want to probably get a black now, isn't it? I seem to run out of blacks. Right, this is where it looks amazing. Okay, so let's just take this. So what we're going to do is we're going to you could do this with paint, of course. So I'm outlining the eye, nice and dark, and the creases of the eye. So I'll just smudge this and I'll show you what I mean. Woo. The thing with black is it's awesome, but it's quite hard to rub out once you've smudged over it, if that makes sense. Can you see the black against the blue really looks striking? And then this bit's gonna be black, but I want to do a white thing, you know, like when it shines. So I'm gonna leave a white bit there. This has to be like quite neat, this bit. Oh, I love it. I really like it. Okay, anyway, moving on. So it's quite nice when you like your own thing, isn't it? We're going to do a dark bit there. All this means now is I am literally it's gonna take me a while. But you know what? I've got a while, so it's fine. So I'm gonna, where I've drawn the lines, I'm gonna do a nice chunky line because it's the shadow. So we're going round, we're going round. If you get a bit confused because you've got too many lines and you're just like, oh no, it's too many, don't worry if you go over them, it's okay. As long as you've got something that looks like scales, and you know what? You can do it as many times as you like. You can draw this, you could draw one there, one there. Do you know what I mean? You could do two eyes, you could have a whole page of eyes. In school when I did art A-level, absolutely loved it. I just drew eyes. I had a project of drawing eyes. I got an A star, which I was so proud of. Art was the best thing in school that I was good at. I found it really super difficult to read and write because I'm dyslexic. So art was my main thing really that I loved. So that's probably why I really love doing it now. What I'm doing is I'm just going over all your lines. Do not worry. Don't worry if it gets a bit strange looking. It's okay. Right, one little finger. Look how black my fingers are. Right, all we're going to do is smooth it over. So you're literally drawing over. Now, if you don't have chalk, with a paintbrush, you could probably do this with water to smudge. But you don't really have to. I think as long as you've got, like, you see how it's really nice with the chalk when you smudge. I think as long as you've got black in there and you've got some white in there as well, then it will look great. You know, there's a lot of lines going on there, isn't there? There's millions. So it's quite therapeutic, like it's quite relaxing to just draw over with your finger. Now, if you think, oof, there's just too much black, that's okay. You can get a rubber, get an eraser. I don't think there is too much black, but you can get an eraser. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. You don't want to rub too much because it can get super messy, but it also might add to the effect of the actual scales, so it's not a problem if you do that. Also, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a white bit into there because it just looks quite cool with the eye. We'll have to smudge around it. So that ultimately is my, I'd say, dragon or dinosaur eye. I think what you've got to focus on is black against very light colours and then black around it with, I would probably do a green version of that next if I was going to do it again. So there I would say almost a green tinge. So I could do it now almost. I could just add, you know, a bit of green here and there. It'll end up looking like Godzilla. Oh, I quite like that actually. Isn't it funny how you just practice, like you just think, oh, I might try that, and then you think, oh, quite like that. I think that's what the best thing about art is. You know, you just give it a go and you think, oh, I quite like it. Okay guys, so like, subscribe and share. Send me in your pictures, I love seeing them. And let me know how you get on. Maybe you can continue the whole of the dragon or dinosaur and do the whole body as well, like have a mythical body that's strange. But that is the eye. Remember, any colour you like, literally any colour you like. I'd like to do a pink eye almost. A pink or a red eye might look quite nice. A red would be amazing, wouldn't it? So yeah, enjoy doing your eye. Look at my other video, the human eye, and see maybe you could create a whole page of eyes. And I'll see you soon.